For this segment of the program, let's all grab our bow handles.
And let's connect our bow RBX kit to a high anchor point. Alternate row for this exercise, guys. So you can see quite a fast motion and elbows are tucked in by our side. So you guys want to make sure you do the same thing. You can see that we're working from a sumo stance position. So this is going to assist in creating more stability. Let's get you guys to try it. Bent over triceps extensions for this exercise, guys. What we want to do is we want to tilt forward with our knees bent and have a neutral spine before you start this exercise. You want to perform the triceps extensions without allowing any movement in your elbows. So you can see our elbows are pretty much glued to our ribs and they're not moving. Full range of movement for this one. Your turn. Alternate bicep curls for this exercise. Now, two different variations. So you can see that Sabina's doing this one standing up. I'm doing it lying down. It doesn't matter which one you do. Lying down is just going to amplify the exercise a little bit more. But what I want you guys to do is make sure your arms are staying parallel and full range of motion. Want to make sure there's no movement in your elbows. So you can see our elbows are staying in front of us and they're not moving. Your turn.
Should be chasing after the sun. We would be amazing together as one. Oh, there's no turning back for the both of us. No point of denying the truth. Let go of the past and get stronger. Just believe in the fire between us. Believe in me, believe
Let's everybody repeat the last 3 exercises.
We should be chasing after the sun. We would be amazing together as one. Oh, there's no turning back for the both of us. No point of denying the truth. Let go of the past and get stronger. Just believe in the fire between us. Believe in me, believe in love, believe in the fire between us. 'Cause it will be so heavenly. Just believe in the fire between us.
Working a chest press for this one, guys. So you can do this one from a lunge stance, or if you want to go feet together and go lightly suspended, then that's okay as well. Make sure your elbows are at shoulder height and they're out, and you want to make sure you're pushing straight in front of you. Your turn. biceps preacher curls for this exercise, guys. So you can see we're taking a seated position and we're leaning back slightly. Now the trick is make sure your toes are pointing up because that's going to position you in the right spot. You want to make sure your arms are parallel as you're working your biceps curls. And you want to make sure that your knees are supporting your elbows and you're essentially replicating a preacher bench. Your turn. Overhead triceps extensions for this one, guys. Now, I like this one from a lunge stance, but you can do it with your feet together and lightly suspended if you like as well. You've got to make sure your elbows remain stationary and both your palms are facing forward the whole time. Your turn. Let's everybody repeat the last 3 exercises. We're going to work some rows from the chair position for this one, guys. So what you want to make sure you do is get into that chair pose with your feet at shoulder width and parallel. You want to make sure when you're rowing, you want to bring your hands to your ribs and you want to make sure your elbows are tucked in by your side. Nice steady motion. Let's get you guys to try this one. Chest fly for this one, guys. So you can perform this one from a lunge stance, which is nice and sturdy, or you can lightly suspend yourself with your feet together. Both methods work. Now, you want to make sure you open up to a perfect T and then close with soft straight arms throughout the movement. Your turn. Alright guys, working some overhead triceps extensions for this one, but we're going to do it in reverse grip. Now, the preferred stance for this one is a lunge stance, but if you wanted to lightly suspend yourself with your feet together, you could do it that way as well. Your elbows remain stationary in front of you, and you want to make sure that both your palms are facing back at you. Let's get you to have a go at this one. Let's everybody repeat the last 3 exercises. This segment of the program is all about high intensity 30-second intervals. We'll pick up 2 exercises and train 3 lots of 30 seconds, alternating between exercises for a total of 3 minutes per set. Let's get straight into it. Starting this combination with some hanging abs tucks. Now, if you've got any restrictions as far as equipment or physical restrictions is concerned, you can always do these tucks lying on the floor instead of hanging. What we'll do to complement it is we're going to get into some jumping jacks straight after. So again, fairly light on your toes as far as jumping jacks are concerned, and just keep the pace up throughout the set. Your turn. Starting this exercise with some rookie push-ups. So you can see I'm doing the push-ups from my knees, but I'm going quite deep, and I'm just making sure I'm maintaining that straight line from my shoulder all the way to my knee, so I've got my core active throughout these push-ups. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get up and get into some twist hops. So just hopping and twisting from side to side. Use your hips on this one. Fellas, there's really no way of making this exercise look masculine, so just do what you can to get through until we get back into the push-ups. Your turn to try this one. For this set, we're going to combine Hindu push-ups with some plyometric squats. So we're going to start off hands and feet at shoulder width, and then we're going to work some nice deep Hindu push-ups. And then after 30 seconds, we're going to change it up. We're going to jump up and we're going to work some plyometric squats. So make sure you jump straight up. And as you land, we're going to keep working our way back down so that we're keeping the pressure off the knees. And any point of stopping this exercise should be at the bottom of the squat and nowhere else. For this exercise, we're combining some bench push-ups with a basic plank on your elbows. So getting into those push-ups nice and deep, maintaining that straight line from your shoulder to your ankle so that we're keeping the core engaged and protecting your back at the same time. You can see nice deep push-ups. And then when we change it up, we're just going to go into a nice elbow plank, again holding that straight line and keeping the core engagement. And let's alternate between these exercises. Your turn. prone shoulder press for this exercise. So you want to start with your hands and your feet at shoulder width, and you want to start in a pike position. So lift your bum right up, and you're doing a push-up which looks a lot like a shoulder press all the way to the floor and lifting straight back up. And you've got to make sure that your knees remain nice and straight throughout the exercise. Your turn to try it. X crunches for this exercise. So basically, it's just a reach with your hands to the opposite knee. So we're going to get that torso rotation happening. You've got to make sure that your lower back stays on the floor. We're lifting the shoulder blades and just crunching at an angle. Your turn to try this one. Well done for getting through your workout today, guys. Let's take a moment to stretch and cool our body back down now. Comment and let us know what you thought of today's workout, and remember to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the latest workouts.